Welcome to Local Edition. I'm Leslie Leyton. The man who correctly warned 20 years ago that Orange County's risky investments could lead to bankruptcy is now about to wrap up his second term as an Orange County Supervisor. John Moorlach here now to reflect on his accomplishments and his frustrations, maybe even a prediction. We only have 5 minutes, but we'll squeeze it all in there. Accomplishments. What do you thinking you're happy you accomplished?
Well, 20 years. We predicted the bankruptcy. We derailed the 91 Express Lane deal that was kind of hokey back in '99. We prevented the TCA from merging in 2004 because they were going to do $1 billion in interest rate swaps. Had they merged, they would have probably been in Chapter 9 because of the liquidity crisis in 2008. We did other things besides financial issues. We implemented Laura's Law, the second county in this state to do that for helping people that are mentally ill. We just completed the extension of the airport settlement agreement for 15 years, which is a pretty big deal. We've just had a lot of fun. There's just a lot of initiatives that we've been able to accomplish, and it's been a real treat. And it's kind of fun to see things wrap up as well. I predicted for 13 years that Chapter 9 would be the solution for the pension problem, and we just had a judge at least make that pronouncement recently. So we're going to finish paying off our bankruptcy debt in 2 years. So I feel like, the journey is just about over, and it's just been a real treat.
Yeah, strange to live the headlines. Who would have ever thought that we would recover as we have from the bankruptcy? What about your frustrations? Are there things that you had hoped would be different that just aren't?
It's sort of interesting. Elected officials tend to be more wanna-bees than wanna-dos. I would have liked to have gotten a lot more accomplished, but it's, everybody's worried about the next election and what it'll look like in a campaign mailer, and you kind of think, no, didn't we come here to do things? That would be maybe one frustration. But, we were able to negotiate some good contracts with our public employee unions during a very difficult time. So we were able to navigate through a recession, the Great Recession, which was very difficult. It would have been fun to have had a job where you could say yes all the time instead of no and cut. So that was tough, but we worked through it. I think we did much better than a lot of other municipalities.
Any predictions about the future of Orange County, or fears, or something that really needs to happen?
Well, we still have a $5.6 billion unfunded liability for the pension plan. So, wouldn't be awkward for Orange County to be in Chapter 9 again sometime in the future if we don't get in front of that. And I think what Judge Klein in Stockton is kind of saying is this is something that could happen. You might want to get in front of it and negotiate with your unions, and the unions need to negotiate with their elected bodies to try and reduce the formulas so that they can reduce the unfunded liabilities, which would reduce the payments and make everything more feasible. I mean, we haven't been able to give raises because we're all focused on paying pension obligations. So that's real frustrating. Another frustrating thing would be the state being very uncooperative and taking a lot of Orange County's money. We've sort of been their pocket to pick, and it's been very frustrating. Since you asked that question, I apologize for going back to it, but Jerry Brown could have been a little more diplomatic with Orange County.
So we thank you for your years of service. We wonder, have we seen the last of you yet?
Don't know. There are options, but haven't made a decision. Taking a break, after I've given the county 20 years, and I've worked really hard. These are 13-hour days every day, and it'd be nice to kind of have your life back.
All right. Well, thank you very much, John Moorlach.
Thank you, Leslie,
for being here today. Thank you for joining us. I'm Leslie Leyton.